G'day guys, Tommy here, just coming at you with a quick little update video for you. I'm not going to fully blown out, go all out on this one. It's just a small update just to keep you guys in the know. I know I said earlier a few weeks ago that it looked like I was really going to be able to upload. I was able to upload something which was the behind the scenes, the Synth Spaces intro. That day I actually had off. Well, put it fair and simple, I showed up to work and I couldn't work on there because of the rain. It was raining that day, so came home, had nothing else to do for that day, and that morning, we were on Twitter. Me and Brian were talking about the intro I did, and it turned to a sort of like a big Twitter feed, and I thought that maybe it might be nice to do a behind the scenes look at that, and so I did, and that video's up. I'm considering that video a test. It's nice to get a behind the scenes of that because that intro kind of had a bit of success. We didn't hear anything negative about that intro. It it was one of the more successful things I've been involved with. But with that behind the scenes video, if you've watched it, you've probably noticed that there was a fair bit of editing for a video from me. I'm trying out a new editing program. I'm also wanted to see how I could go, what it was like with all that editing, and see if this editing software I'm using doesn't garble up the audio. There is a backup that I can use, but it involves someone else, and I don't, and that they're busy enough on their own. Let alone I'm not in that guy's situation. A, they run their own YouTube channel. B, they have a way more demanding job than me. And C, they have a family, whereas I don't. I know I'm not a dad. I don't have a missus. I share my house with one other bloke, and that's about it. And yeah, they don't require too much from me. So I want to try and get this right. Fortunately, by the looks of things, there is a way I can do it because I watched that behind the scenes video and the audio wasn't garbled up like the PAX video, which really pissed me off because I wanted to do good on that video. We'll see. We'll have to see if PAX even happens this year. Ugh. Anyways, so I consider that a test for a video I've got coming up in May. And this story, I really want to put in a big effort on. So because of that, I've put the Shinobi 3 series on hold for a couple of reasons. A, trying to find the time to do it at the minute is very difficult because when I'm not at work and I do come home and I do have the time to do it, 99.99% of the time my phone rings with work. I was hoping to start recording some of it this weekend and some of the special video I've got coming up. However, when I wasn't working, I had another illness attack, which I still have. Got this massive, nasty headache, and it feels like my head wants to shrink and my eyes want to bug out. There's a description for you. So, also I've got to be careful with my leg and my lower back because of all that. This will probably get touched on the special video in May. Some of you know what happened, but I don't think everyone's seen or heard. So I've got to be careful. Then I had problems with my heart condition as well yesterday. So I was always on the phone, nurse on call, because I couldn't go to the doctors. They didn't want me in the hospital because of all this stuff that's going on lately. someone nurse on call, basically checking to see if I haven't died. Yeah, that was fun. So when I haven't been on nurse on call and I haven't been working, I've actually mainly been asleep. I was hoping to start recording that, but it's probably a good thing I didn't start recording the special video, because it was worked in to involve someone else who dropped out about 3 hours ago. Yeah, this was meant to be a collab video. I had organised a collab with two people on separate occasion. It involves a special item. There's a bloke in the UK that had this special item, and he sat there and said to me, he goes, "Yep, we'll collab on this. I'm more than happy. Rah rah rah, awesome." That was back in February, and then he canned on me because he ended up selling it. And he goes, "Oh, I don't think I should talk about this anymore because I don't have it anymore." And I said, "What do you mean?" And he goes, "Well, I sold it." Yeah, he never told me why he sold it. I wish I'd known that he was going to sell it, because then I might have told someone else about it and they might be able to have it that really wants this item. But the bastard didn't tell me. And that guy has since actually disappeared. He was doing a small YouTube channel, which he's now deleted. And he was following me on Twitter, but he's since, I don't know what happened to him. He stopped following me. I cannot find the profile. I was following him, but he seems to have deleted it and deleted his YouTube channel. He seems to have just wiped his presence off the internet altogether. I don't know what's going on, but the last time I heard was he had this item that I have as well, and he ended up selling it and didn't want to do the collab anymore. Then I had it organised to collab with someone from the US. They had this item, and I sat there and said, all right, by that time I'd worked out that I want to get this done by May, because it lands on a special occasion that ties into all this. He said, yep, I'm up for it. I said, I want to have it done by late May. I actually gave him a date. I said, I want the video released specifically on this date. They were fine with that. And then they sat there and said that they couldn't meet the deadline. So it was best that we part. Because with the other bloke, it wasn't meant to be on this special occasion because it involved someone else. But then it didn't involve him, so I decided it's going to be on a special occasion, which is late May. So I'm doing that. Hopefully this bloke in America keeps quiet, because I want it to be a surprise. There's one other person that knows. Because this special item is very important to that person as well. And I did something that will probably surprise all of you. This video is full of surprises. And it was just too good not to tell this bloke. So they know, but I trust them more than I trust myself. So that's fine. So I really want to do this video justice. So I'm going to do that, focus on that. If I can get other content out in my spare time, I will. There is another video that I was thinking of doing, and I've started a little bit of work on it, but not too much. I don't know if I'm going to go ahead with that or not, because it's an opinion piece. It's quite a different opinion than anything else. It's two games pitted together. The people always fight over, this is better than this one, no, this is better than this one. Of course it involves around the Super Nintendo and the Mega Drive. No, it's not Mario versus Sonic. But anyway, I don't want to wreck it if I do go ahead with it, but I've got a slightly different opinion than everyone else has. But I'm not sure if I want to go ahead with it or not, because it's the type of thing where people will start nitpicking, going, and I just don't know if I'm in the mood to constantly tell people to go fuck themselves every 10 minutes, to be quite honest. So I don't know whether I'm going to do that one or not. My opinion is not bad. It's just not what everyone has. And in this day and age, if you don't have what other people's opinion have, they go absolutely ape shit bat crazy. and I'm just not up for it. So, but we'll see. That one might come out, but that one requires a fair bit of editing too, so I don't know, because I really want to focus on this one in May. But I've also got to work out how far I go. Because this story either goes back 3 years ago or it can go back 11 years ago. Plus also, I got to work out how far I go. Because if I go full hilt, it will be a long video. Also, it has to do with extremely nasty situations in my life. It's kind of why I bought this special item. But enough about that. I'll touch on this in May, but I just don't know how far I want to go. Whether I keep things at bay and only shed a small touch of light on them and say the rest of it isn't important, or do I just go fuck it and just go full belt? I'm not entirely sure. I have started work on this special video already. But it's basically B-roll footage. I got the intro made. I have another little 30-second clip made, which I've touched upon, and then I've got another, I think it's a 20-second clip made for it. So the one thing I haven't done is sat in front of the camera and tell the story. I've done all the other stuff. I've got all the necessary images I need. I've just basically got to sit in front of the camera, film myself, and then edit it all together, basically. So that's pretty much it. But I really want to focus on that. So all the spare time I have will be devoted to that video. So uploads from now will probably be pretty quiet. I might have one more small one come up, which I might do, which will be behind the scenes of Road Rash. That's another thing too. I don't know if the other audiobooks will be finished. I'm having an argument with the bloke that sent them to me. For some reason, he's absolutely adamant, and it's his life's mission that I do the rest of the books. I don't know if I want to be quite honest, because look, Golden Axe had a fair bit of success. Which surprised me, because that was done utterly quick and amateurish. Like, really amateurish. I've explained that before. I found out that the device I used was binaural, and I didn't even know that, so all the voices come out of the left channel. Road Rash, I put a fair bit of effort in. I tried to work out some voices. I worked out that it was binaural, so I fixed that issue. I put 10 times more work into Road Rash than what I did Golden Axe. Golden Axe took off and has done fairly well. And I've got to be completely honest, Road Rash did shithouse. Absolutely shithouse. I think a fair chunk of those parts only have like 3 views. Whereas I think one of the Golden Axe ones has about 60-something views. Yeah, those Golden Axe's parts performed pretty damn well and very quickly. Road Rash has been out for a little bit now, and yeah, it's done shithouse. So I'm starting to think that maybe it's not worth my bother doing the other two. I don't know, because the other two are not really as popular franchises as Golden Axe and Road Rash. Some of you may know what the books are, some of you may not. So this guy really is getting in an argument with me that really wants me to continue. I think he was expecting me to do them all in one hit, and I'm not. So yeah, I don't know if I'm going to do the other two, simply because Road Rash didn't do so hot. So we'll see. But a few people have asked for a behind the scenes one on this one, because I know that I went to a little bit more effort on this one. So I'll do that. That'll probably be a short 8 to 10 minute video. So we'll see. But other than that, that's where the channel is at the minute. So yeah, keep an eye out for this special video in May. There may be other uploads, but don't hold your breath. So, because I really want to devote this this chunk of spare time I have to this video for May, because I really want it to come out in May. So that's where I am, and yeah, and I think we'll leave it at that. Alright guys, I hope that's keeping you updated, and yeah, I'll keep you guys posted anyway on Twitter or stuff like that. So yeah, thanks guys.